You may be wondering why I'm doing this right now. Well, again, the tape doesn't last forever. It's the window's falling down again. And the other day, I had a passenger, and I left the car out here in the middle of the rain, which was my fault. I should have put the car cover on it. I didn't think it was going to be raining that much, because the forecast said 0.02 inches of rain, which in my mind wasn't very much rain, and it turned out to be a lot of rain. Anyways, yeah, so it rained a lot. There's also a tear in the top. I'm assuming the water got through there and soaked the seats, and their butt got fairly soaked. So I know you're kind of wondering why I'm putting more tape on it and just not why I haven't bought a new top yet. I'm going on vacation soon, and I kind of think it's pointless to buy a new top and then have it arrive the day after I leave. So I'll probably buy it while I'm on vacation, and then it'll arrive like a day or two before I get back, maybe. That's kind of why I'm patching this up a little bit more. I don't really want any more passengers' butts getting soaking wet, which could have been solved if I just put the car cover on, but you know. Which, if they're watching this, I'm sorry that your butt got wet. But yeah, other than that, I have gotten a lot of questions of people asking me why I bought this car. It's my money, you know. I can do whatever I want with it. I feel like that's common sense right there. But you can't really give that answer. No one really likes that answer, so I'll give you the long answer that I just came up with just now. People had asked me why I didn't buy the first generation Miata, the one with pop-ups, and well, I like both of them. I mean, I like all of them. The NC is probably my least favorite, like everyone else, because it just doesn't really it's not really visually appealing, in my opinion. They can look good. I've seen some nice looking NCs, but they're just not visually appealing, in my opinion. This one though, I like the first generation. I like this one and the ND, the newer one. I think the ND is the best looking one, in my opinion. And obviously, I love the look of the NA. But, not every car can have pop-up headlights, dude. I mean, it's illegal in the US now. I feel like most of us know that. There's not really much you can do about that. It's been illegal in the US for the last, over 20 years now. Yeah, people are like, oh, it's not a Miata if it doesn't have pop-ups. Well, it does say Miata right there, so I'm not really sure what other car this would be. And you know what, that's fine, like, people can have their opinions and all, but I just like all the Miatas. I mean, I feel like this one's pretty nice in general. It still looks good. It still kind of looks like the first generation Miata too, from the rear. And from the front, kinda too, if you look at it hard enough. I'd say it's pretty similar to the NA, just without, it's basically just the first generation without the Miata. I mean, it shares most of the same parts and everything too. I think that lady's doing circles around the neighborhood, bro. What the hell? But I mean, it really just comes down to it's my money. I can do whatever whatever I want, and it was cheap enough to the point where it's like, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because it's decently clean. It was roughly $2,000. I mean, Where are you finding a decently clean NA Miata for $2,000? You can't, unless it's like not running, right? So there was some NA Miata that I saw on Marketplace, and every single one of them for around the price range that I got for this one, they all did not run. They all had like some sort of mechanical issue. Everything was misaligned. I mean, even if the paint was clean, it was still, the bumpers were still misaligned and all that crap, you know. This one was cheap. It's also my first car, which an NA Miata would have been a nice first car too. I just like this one. I feel like, besides the pop-ups, I feel like this one looks better anyway, especially from the rear end. That sounded weird, but especially from the back, I feel like this one just looks better. And if you know Miatas, you know this one performs better than that one too, than the NA Miata too. Slightly. I wouldn't say that much. I wouldn't say it's that much of a difference, but it is definitely a better all-around Miata than the first Miata. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than I just liked the car, so I bought it. And a lot of people were complaining about it being, you know, automatic and stuff. We got this gross thing. Oh no. It's gross. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I don't really have anything to say about that. It is, other than I just like, it doesn't really bother me that much. Like, I still have a lot of fun driving it, so it doesn't really matter to me. I know to like a bunch of people who wants to see an automatic Miata. If you don't want to see that, I mean, you know, just like don't look at it then, I guess. But to me, it doesn't really matter. Still a really fun car. It's also my first car, so I feel like it doesn't really matter that much. Would I want a manual Miata though? Absolutely, 100%. I definitely think it would make the car a lot more fun. But right now, I don't really think it matters. And would I buy an NA Miata just as like a project or something at this point, because most of them are broken down anyway? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I, you know, finish this, which, let's be real here, I'd probably never finish this, but let's say if I wanted another project or something, yeah, I'd definitely get an NA Miata, 100%, which I probably will at some point too. Just to let you guys know, I probably will get an NA Miata, just for fun. But for right now, we got this thing, which it gets me to work and back, and I get to have fun in it at the same time, which is all I needed. I also wanted something like a slight project, not something that would sit in the driveway or on the side of the road like for years as I'm trying to fix it. Like, I needed something that I could drive at the same time, and that's what this is. So it does make some weird noises, and it does have some weird smells, but as long as it runs and drives, then you know what, it's it is what it is. But yeah, everything you'll get. I mean, there's not really much else to say as to why I bought this thing. I bought it because I liked it, which I've already said that, but you know, I just wanted something I could, short answer, this is all I'm going to give you. I needed something I could get that could get me to work and back, and something that was also fun to drive, and something that I could make videos on as well, because I like making, you know, videos, and I didn't really have much to make videos on besides the go-kart, which I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing with that, if I'm being completely honest with you. So as far as first cars go, I feel like this is a pretty solid first car, which I know I've said that in a video too. I said that in the first video I made on this, I think. But yeah, I don't really have much more of an excuse as to why I bought this thing. I just liked it, which it's pretty solid. I mean, let's be real here. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, then I mean, that sucks, dude. You don't like it, that's fine, bro. Then don't watch the videos. I like it. I feel like that's kind of all that matters. I'm still gonna make these videos. So, also, before anyone asks how am I gonna see out of the rear view mirror, you can't see out of it anyway. I think that's probably enough talking for right now about that. I'm gonna go ahead and tape up the rest of this window and probably put the car cover back on because it's about to rain yet again, which has been raining. It's been raining for it's been raining almost every single day since I bought this thing. I don't think this thing has seen more than 2 days of no rain. Alright, well, time to put the cover back on. That thing is moving in fast, as you can kind of see there. I know you can't tell the difference, but it is taped up a little bit more. Use about half the roll of Gorilla Tape right there. And now we're going to put the cover back on and then put some air in my passenger side tire. As you can see, it's kind of got no air in there right now, which if you don't know why that is, check out the video on the Instagram. It's the same as my username on here. There was a screw in there, we took it out and patched it. So yeah, it got very dark very fast. I know someone's probably going to be like, well, why are you putting tape on it for the rain if you're putting a car cover on it when it's about to rain? Well, the tape doesn't really help when it's sitting outside with no car cover on in the middle of a monsoon. Like that! See? Anyways, I'll come back out here when it's coming down, so I'm gonna put some air in the tire and all that. Yeah. Still raining a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill my air with tire. Part of the reason I got the automatic, because in the manual version of these, I mean, they're usually driven hard, obviously. I mean, I feel like that's just common sense. Manual versions, they just have slightly more issues. Don't quote me on this because I'm not entirely sure, but I have heard that the clutch in the manual NV Miatas and NAs too, I've heard it pushes on the crankshaft a little bit. Again, don't quote me on that because that's just what I've heard. The automatic in this car kind of saves it, especially with it having so many miles. And you know, everyone complains about it being automatic, and automatic Miatas are a discretion to driving and all this crap. That's also another reason, because I knew I was going to get comments like that when I bought this thing. This thing was cheap enough to the point where it's like it doesn't even matter if it's manual or not. I mean, I knew automatic Miatas were kind of like, I don't want to say controversial, but I don't really have another word for it, so I'm going to say controversial. Cheap enough to the point where it just didn't matter if it was manual or not. I was looking for a manual cars because I did want to learn how to drive manual. But you know, I found this, and I've been having a lot of fun driving it. I mean, I've driven it 420 miles just around town for the week that I've been driving it, and this is already the most fun I've had driving around just in general in a car before. So, and it's not going to make sense to a lot of people, and I understand that, but that's fine because it makes sense to me, and I think that's all that matters. And I mean, I got this thing for $2,300, and I feel like, you know, it being as clean as it is, I mean, there's not really much imperfections with the paint or anything. There's no sun damage or anything on the paint anywhere, which is very common with these, obviously, because the paint was so thin on these cars. So I feel like was kind of surprising to see. Also, real quick, another thing is that this car is damn near completely bone stock. I mean, the only thing like aftermarket is like there's some what's called like car chargers, like these things down here, basically, and it has aftermarket wheels and suspension and an alarm and an aftermarket alarm system, but that's it. Everything else is complete bone stock, at least from what I'm aware of. Okay, so I kind of ran into a little bit of a issue here, as you're about to see. So what had happened was silly story here. Locked my keys in my car. I was at the gym with my friend, and accidentally locked my keys in my car. But the only way to get in was to take the rear window off. That's been taped up, and that is not holding for shit right now, as I'm putting more tape on it, which I'll play the clip right now.
Want to explain to the world what's going on right now?
Listen, dude, I fucking locked my keys in my car. Okay? I don't want to talk about it. Why are you recording me? Fuck you, bro.
He locked his keys in his car, and now he has to undo his window to get in there.
Shut the fuck up, you asshole. Fuck you.
We are going into the car to get the keys out of the ignition. Dude. And he goes, we're in a fucking gym parking lot right now.
Oh my god. Dude.
Then he goes,
ow! Ow! Fuck my back! Ow!
and we have made it out.
I got him. But I promise you, the new top, I will get the new top soon, okay? There's so much tape. There's so much tape already. That is so bad. And what makes it worse is that every time when I'm driving, I forget that this is what people are looking at. And I really wonder what goes through their heads when they see this, when they're behind me and see this. It would be a lot of work, and I know that, but at some point in the future I do want to attempt to swap it to a manual. And I'm not sure how expensive that would be. A lot of people were saying that it's a lot cheaper than I would think it would be. I'm not entirely sure how true that is. But I do want to at least try and do that at some point in the future. And maybe a turbo kit too. I'm not sure if I should swap it the manual before the turbo kit, or if I should do the turbo kit before the manual. I don't know. You let me know. The automatic's fine. Like, it's whatever. I have no problems with it. But I do want to try my hand at a manual. But yeah, so that'll probably be it for this video. I think the plans for this car will come as the days go on. I'll see you when I get back from vacation and I have a new soft top. I promise you, I'll have a new soft top in the next video. That's probably what it'll be on, what it'll be about. I mean, but yeah. So see you then.